What's up, you guys? It's your girl Dejaaaaaad, and today you are tuned into episode 2 of my mini content creator series. If this is your first time seeing my face across your screen, make sure it's not the last and hit the subscribe button, and also give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoy any tips, and cut the bell on so you can be notified every time I post a new upload. Really trying to work on my intro, so let me know. I really like that one. If this is your first time seeing my face, make sure it's not my last. All right, but anyways, so based on the title of this video, episode 2 is going to be all on how to shoot your own content, and this goes for videos as well as your photos. So we're going to go ahead and get right down into the nitty gritty. In the description box, I always leave and let you all know what camera I'm using. When I first started my YouTube channel, well, I have always been using my cell phone. I've always had an iPhone. When I first started my YouTube channel, I probably had my iPhone 6S. Then I had my iPhone 7 Plus for the longest time. And I am currently using a iPhone 12 Pro Max. So, you know, I always just use my iPhone, and I always edit on iMovie, but next week's episode is going to be all about editing. This week, we're talking specifically on shooting, so I just wanted to let you all know that you do not need a camera to start a YouTube channel. You do not need a camera to take really good Instagram photos and photos in general, and product photos and everything like that. You just got to use what you got, and nobody will ever know. You all will probably never know that I just sit here and I use my cell phone, but it's cool. You know, I'm going to tell you all what I do and just some tips that I have as far as getting that bomb content. So let's start off with exactly what I use. I'm going to leave all of my Amazon products linked in the description box below on my storefront. Make sure you all go check that out and shop with it if you want to get anything that I'm going to be mentioning in this video. So anyways, if you follow me on my TikTok as well as watch some of my vlogs, when I go and shoot content, you all probably have seen this stuff already, but I'm going to reiterate it again in this video. So like I said, I use my phone, and right here across from me, I have a studio box light. Now I have 2 of these lights. I'm going to leave an image of them up here. Of course, I can always just flip the camera and show you all. So this is what the lighting looks like as far as what is right here across from me. I used to use a ring light, and a ring light is really good if you get a good quality one. I had the previous one that I had was $30. It's linked in the description box below on my Amazon store. That one was really good. However, I was kind of like throwing it around and I broke it really easy. I'm not sure if it broke because it broke or if it was because I'm throwing it around. I'm going to take responsibility and say it's because I was throwing it around. The cord on it was like a USB cord as far as what you plug in. And after a while, like I had it when I was in school. So I got it when I was in school. It used to always just smack and hit the floor. And it just smacked and hit the floor so much that I'm surprised it didn't break earlier. It lasts for a very long time. It lasted me for about 1.5 years almost. But it just was always just smacking against the floor, you know. And I just didn't care, you know. It didn't break, so whatever. It will always smack and hit the ground. So I kind of like, I take responsibility with that. I didn't have it and treat it well enough for me to say, oh no, it broke on its own. So, you know, I can't really tell you that. I just know that it lasted for well overdue what it should have, as much as I broke it. It just used to smack against the ground, and then I used to travel with it a lot. So I'll just throw it in a suitcase, come home, it was still working. After a while, it kind of got a shortage. If I hold the cord a certain way, it will work. If it didn't, and then remember, if you all are like really old followers of mine, in my old vlogs and everything like that, I used to talk about how my ring light basically will work when it wanted to, and I needed it to work when I needed it to. So I just ended up switching and getting the studio box lights. So I have 2 of those lights. I only am filming with one right now because I realized that both of them is not necessary. The pro and cons of this light setup is it's really hard, or it takes a lot more than just your ring light. Like your ring light, you just click the little button. This one, they're so much bigger. I love how they look and how they make me look. I feel very professional. I feel like the lighting is just bomb. And if I had 2 of them and I was sitting in the middle, it just looks so high quality, and it makes your lighting and it makes your video just look so much better. So I highly recommend these if you have the space for them. I know when I was in my brother's room, they used to just take up the whole room, and I used to have to break them down every single night. If you're the type of person and you have a studio space, or you have a specific space for them. They're the bomb because you don't have to take them down as much. I have one down in the basement because that's where I shoot a lot of my pictures at. So one is down in the basement, and then this one right now is currently like between my bed and the dresser. So I don't even have to take this one down. I sometimes take the light bulb and the white panel off just to break it down so it folds, but for the most part I can kind of keep this up, which I really love. So that's one of the pros and cons of it. The ring light is very easy to set up. You know, you just plug it in, unless you take your ring light all the way down, but the ring light is just a little smaller. But the studio box lights, it's just the whole setup that makes you not even want to film half the time, because you're like, I do not feel like putting those up. I don't feel like setting that up. Not at all, not at all. So that's what it goes for as far as the lighting. We're going to get more into lighting and everything later on, but that's what I use as far as my lights, my studio box lights. And I also use those for my photos if needed. Then the next thing that I use is my tripod. So my tripod is what you can use for your photos as well as your videos. You all are currently on my tripod. My tripod is linked on my Amazon store. I love this tripod. The old tripod I had was very flimsy, if you all have been following me. So if you've been following me, you kind of already know these things, and you all also seen how the products work for me. My old tripod, I do not recommend that one. So I recommend the one that I have linked in the description box. This tripod also came with my Bluetooth clicker, which I'm going to end up showing you all in a little bit. But this tripod is the UBZ one, and it is, like I said, in my Amazon store. It was not that bad of a price. However, the little actual thing that's holding the phone is a different product that is linked in the description box below. I like this one a lot better. It just is more sturdy for me. I love this one better. This tripod, I believe it came with one of those phone. If you ever had a tripod before, you know how you have the ones that like sklinks, like you put your phone in it and you stretch it up. I don't really like those ones. The one that I have is very high quality. I'm actually going to show you. So I just took you all down. So this is the top part. So some tripods actually do like a more squinchy thing, like to where it stretches out and like bounces. So when you put the phone in, it stretches out, and then when you take it out, it bounces. This one is very sturdy. I like that it, like, you could tighten your phone up with it like this. It tightens like, you know, with the twirl of this. So this isn't going anywhere. I just personally like this better. I feel like my phone is more safe and secure, so I like that one a lot better. And before I put you all back on there, my old tripod, it used to have it where you twisted it and it goes up, and twisted it and it goes down. This one has the adjustable little things like this. So I like that a lot better, because the twisting one, it gets jammed and a whole bunch of other stuff that we just do not want. I like that I just like it when it feels a little bit more sturdy. Like it's not gonna move, it's not gonna drop my phone, not gonna, you know, block everything down. So yes, that's everything that I use. And the last thing that I wanted to say that is very important, especially if you're shooting your own content, is a Bluetooth clicker. The tripod that I'm linking below comes with one. I had this one already, but you might as well, if you're going to get the tripod. This one came in a set of a whole bunch of stuff, but I don't like that stuff, so I'm not showing you all the set. Just go ahead, get the tripod, and then the Bluetooth clicker comes with it. I already had this one working, so the Bluetooth remote that came with the tripod, I just have that put away for it when the battery dies in this one. But yeah, so that's everything that I use as far as the content. And one thing that I just wanted to say real quick, as far as investing in a Bluetooth clicker, you do not have to worry and wait on anyone to take your photos. I'm going to get into more tips and everything like that when I go to the editing video, which is next episode. But as far as shooting your own content, please, please, please invest in a Bluetooth clicker. I know there are some apps out there called Lens Buddy and things like that. I never personally use Lens Buddy, so I can't tell you that. But if you are the type of person who runs back and forth with the self timer, or you're afraid that, oh, I can't take content because I don't have anyone to take the photos of me, no excuse. Get yourself a Bluetooth remote. I personally like a Bluetooth remote because I'm able to, like, just, you know, shoot my own content. I can hide it, whatever. It's just super easy for me. if you know, you make your own schedule when you're waiting for someone else to take your picture. Now you're kind of waiting on, oh, are they ready to go out with me? Do they feel like taking my pictures? They might not be willing to shoot and take as many pictures as you need. You know, some people, they be like, I'm tired of taking pictures. Are we done? Or if you ever have that feeling, like I know me, when I be having people take my pictures, I be having that feeling like I don't want to ask them to take too much. Or if you need them to switch an angle, but they already took so many, you know, you ain't got to worry about none of that. You ain't got to worry about nobody. You can shoot your content when you're ready to, all by yourself. Just get yourself a tripod and a clicker and you're good to go. All right, that's word to Dejaaaaaad. So definitely invest in one of these. I have not used Lens Buddy. I don't have a need for Lens Buddy, but I heard that was really good. But a clicker just goes to the beat of your drum. You know exactly when the pictures are getting taken. I don't know. The only thing that I have a kind of like a little about Lens Buddy is because you don't know. You have to like kind of play with the seconds. I think it goes like every second or 5 seconds or whatever. It'll take the photos. With this, you click it. You know when you click it, that's when the photo is getting taken. So you kind of, you know. That's why I like the Bluetooth clicker. Okay. So, and they're not that expensive. I think I got the Bluetooth clicker and the tripod all for like 20 something dollars. Y'all know me. I be doing things on a real good budget. So definitely check out the link in my description box for everything that I just mentioned. This next tip is kind of like something that people don't really pay that much attention to when it comes to shooting content. And I think it is very important. And I realized that, you know, I still realize it kind of sort of, but the better that you look, the better that your content will come out. And this might not apply to everybody depending on what your content is, but I know that the days that I'm like rushing on my makeup and, you know, I might have seen a little spot or whatever and it just don't look as cute as I thought it did. My pictures require so much more work, or I just don't like them. So if my hair look laid and slayed and my face is nicely done and my outfit just looks good, you know, I look smooth, I have on the right undergarments, you know, my nails ain't busted, you know, my makeup ain't crunchy, lace not lifted, you know, braid not sliding out or whatever, that's when my content looks the absolute best, you know? So the better that you look or feel, the better that your content is. I have went to go take photos sometimes and I just didn't feel my best, or I know I could have done a lot better and it just wasn't it. I'm going to insert some examples of some photos that I took that I just didn't like. I felt like I was being mediocre. Like I literally had these leather pants that were sent to me from a company and I took the photos in them so many times until I got the perfect shot. I took some photos in it in here. I took some photos in it out there in the living room. But it wasn't until I really got my vision together. And it's very important to make sure that you get your vision together, okay? So it doesn't matter how long. Just make sure you actually take your time and plan it out. So I had a vision and I just didn't want to be halfway with it. I could have posted the pictures that I took at first, just like, whatever. But I'm super happy that I decided to wait, redo the look in a better way, just kind of elevate myself. This happens so much to where I just feel like I rushed it, and I know my hair looks a little crunchy. I know I didn't beat my face as good as I could have, and then the pictures just flop and I'm like, well, why? So definitely make sure you're taking the time out to put yourself together just as much as you put the camera and everything together, just like you're investing in the lights and investing in the phone and the camera and the everything like that. Make sure you're investing in yourself, because not only do you look good on the camera and make the videos look, but you're gonna feel good. You just exude confidence. You exude your best quality. You know, if I came on here, and it's not to say that I'm I'm very confident in the skin that I'm in. I don't need makeup or anything like that. But I know when I feel like I look like a baddie, I'm gonna get on here and I'm gonna talk like a baddie. I'm going, but I'm cool being on camera now. So, you know, take that tip. I definitely recommend that. And I don't think a lot of people talk about that when they're shooting their content. So I wanted to throw that in there because I know it makes a huge difference. When you look your best, you perform your best. And that's the same way I feel about everything. The days that I wake up and I just don't want some any old cuckoo crazy outfit, I just don't do as much as I would if I got up and actually got myself dressed and got myself together. You know, it's psychology. calling it psychology. Number 3, when it comes to shooting your content, it's all about your location as well as a clean backdrop. I feel like I've preached this to the whole entire choir. Your location and your backdrop and your area means a lot. Right now, when I'm shooting this video and I'm shooting my content creator course, I kind of liked it to look very like lifestyle-ish, like very chill. You know, I'm sitting here in my room giving you all some tea. You know, I got the little TV and everything in the back. It doesn't look super like green screen, but it definitely is not giving off a vlog style video. You could tell that I put it together. I like the vibe that it's giving off. It's giving off very homegirl. You know, you probably got your journal there writing down some tips, you know. And I also like the way that I look in the backdrop. I try to make everything, you know, kind of look like it's doing something. So your backdrop and everything is definitely setting the vibe. I know when I'm trying to shoot vlogs and everything, it's a little bit different because it's definitely where I'm at. But if I'm shooting photos or anything like that, the backdrop matters, like the colors. I know when I'm shooting neutral stuff, I want neutral stuff in the background. If I want to pop a color, I shoot pops of color in the background. Or if I have on a more plain outfit, or like I wouldn't wear an all black outfit and then go stand in the dark black room. You know, if you have on an all black outfit, you want to put some pops of color behind you. If you have on a neutral, more earthy tone outfit, you're going to go to like a more earthy tone type of place, but it's not going to wash you out. You definitely want some blue skies and stuff like that. So definitely play around, you know, scope out your area for backdrops. You all always see me talking about when I be riding around in my car and just around my local area. I'm like looking at places like, okay, that building has a really pretty wall color. I might want to shoot something over here, or this parking garage is over here, or this grass area is over here, or this is over here. So I always, like, every time I'm out, I'm just scoping out the area like, okay, this gas station is really cute. This area is really nice. I really like over here. I'll go to this neighborhood and shoot this, that, and the third. So a lot of times people ask me where I shoot. I don't tell you all where I specifically shoot at because safety reasons, but definitely just scope it out. You know, sometimes when stores close at nighttime, they pull down the little garage gate. That's super cute. You know, just make sure you're being smart, safe. You know, if you got to take somebody to sit in the car with you, cool. If you have to do certain things, you know, carry your mace and things like that, just be safe, just be smart. Make sure you're not going nowhere and trespassing on nobody's property. So yes, that's my tips for that. And clean background should be self-explanatory. I already talked about this several times on my page. If you have trash and gunk and you're doing mirror selfies and your mirror is not clean and you got garbage in the background and you got clothes all over the floor, child, I'm cutting it off. I don't want to see everybody running around cuckoo crazy in your background. Representation, you know, sometimes when I get on here and I'll do my vlogs and everything, I'll be in my bonnet, or you all will see me cleaning my room. I definitely think vlogs give off a different type of vibe. So whatever you want to represent, make sure you're showing. And there's also certain stuff that I just don't personally show. Like I know, even when, like, this is another example, when I was at college and everything, you always see me go to parties, and I talk about this a lot. You always see me go to parties and everything like that, but I know that I'm underage. I should not be drinking alcohol. So even if we are partaking in those activities, you all will personally not see me posted on YouTube or anything like that. Even my Instagram, I'd be mindful of what I post. So, you know, you might see your girl's turn, but you're not going to see me with a bottle in my hand because I'm definitely underage. And also I know my audience and what I'm trying to give off in my image. You're not going to see me up here like high as a kite or drunk as a bat or, you know, whatever, especially because I know I'm underage, and I'm just being mindful. I'm being mindful, and I also don't get on here and I use crazy amount of profanity. You know, you might hear me say something, you know, something, but I'm never up here like that M, F, and B, da 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 da. Just be mindful of what you're putting out there in the image that you want to put out. If you want to put out that image, it's not a bad image. Just make sure you're being mindful of what you want to do. And that's all I'm going to say about that, because I ain't nobody mother. This one is a super quick and easy tip, and it's going to be feed organizing. So I like to use an app called Preview, and I can I'm going to put a little screen recorder on the side. But you could basically, with the app Preview, you could see how your Instagram feed looks. And I'm trying to like just make sure everything's looking a little cohesive, make sure everything's flowing really nice, the colors, you know, I'm trying to really get a nice little professional feed going on. I'm really trying to elevate my content, you know what I'm saying? But anyways, I'm trying to make sure my feed is looking really cute and I could kind of plan out outfits, plan out posts, things like that. Super simple, super easy. So you get preview and you can play around and just look how your feed looks. Only if, you know, if you're into that. Some people don't do that. They just post their pics and go. But if you are the type of person who wants to like kind of get a little bit more structure to how your page looks and maybe you want to follow a color scheme, definitely check out preview. It allows for you to put the post and see how it look on your feed before you actually post it. So yes, that's all that I really have as far as shooting your content. Lighting is key. So if you go outside and you're shooting in the daylight, there's not a lot of light that comes in this room. So I always really have to put my light up if I plan on filming. But, you know, if your room doesn't have that much light or your house doesn't have that much sunlight or you're not using sunlight, definitely invest in getting some lighting. I'm looking to get a vlog light to attach to my phone when I have my tripods and everything. So I'll always have like a mini little LED light with me at all times. I'm going to get that this week so y'all can start looking forward to that, because I know sometimes it'd be pitch black or really dark in my vlogs and I do not like that. So I'm going to go ahead and get myself that vlogging light to put on my tripod when I vlog. So that's all that I have for today's video. Make sure you all tune in next week. Next week, we're going to be getting into editing. I know you guys have been pressing me on editing apps and how to edit and what I do in my edits. So I'm going to be really sitting down and breaking down and doing a full-on tutorial on how I edit my photos and a little snippet on how I edit my videos. Editing my videos is really not that hard. I use, you know, I'll tell y'all next week. Y'all got to tune in next week for that. But I hope you all enjoyed it. Make sure y'all follow me on all my social medias. Then link down in the description box below. Everything's Dejaaaaaad. And also follow my motivational blog at Deja's Daily Dose. I have my second book dropping in the beginning of next month. So definitely tune in for that. And I love you all so much. And in the comment section, let me know some tips that you all have and some questions you all may have regarding today's upload. And if you have not seen last week's upload on Content Creator Series, episode 1 on picking your niche and how to maximize the amount of content you produce, make sure you definitely go check that out. I have it linked at the end of this video.
Ladies and gentlemen,